What happens when you make a rule and then don't enforce it with your son or daughter? Carrie Casey, CEO of the National Center for Fathering and author of Championship Fathering, shares an eye-opening principle on today's father.
Today, I want to share a key parenting insight you might need to hear. It comes from Joshua Wayne, a family coach and youth mentor. He says when kids don't do what we tell them to do, the issue typically isn't that they can't, they're just choosing not to. Then, if we don't enforce the limits and rules we put into place, we're sending the message that those limits aren't important, and it's okay to disregard them. If there are no consequences, then why should a child do anything differently? As Joshua Wayne put it, the 5 words to remember are, whatever you permit, you promote. For example, maybe you tell your kids they aren't allowed to take food into the TV room. When they do, sometimes you make them leave, and sometimes you act like you didn't notice. It happens, right? I hate to say it, but it comes down to laziness on our part. Sometimes after a long day, we just don't want to have a battle of wills, or maybe we don't want to upset our kids. It's easier just to let it go this time. The thing is, now the child knows he can get away with it. So he keeps taking food in there, trying to figure out when you enforce the rules and when you don't. Or maybe he's thinking he'll just do it as often as you allow it, and if you don't, well, no big deal. But you see what has happened to the rule, right? It's basically meaningless because it isn't enforced consistently. Remember, Dad, and all parents, whatever you permit, you promote. Don't forget this next time your son throws a fit about something and you give in to his wishes. Or when that forbidden TV show comes on and your daughter says it's not that bad. Sure, it won't be fun if you have to undo some habits that have been in place for a long time. And there might be some difficult confrontations for a while. But if you can reestablish your limits and show that you're willing to enforce them, that will do a lot for your kids' obedience moving forward. They'll respect your wishes more, and it will influence their attitudes toward authority figures later in life. In the long run, it's worth it. This is Carrie Casey for Today's Father.
Today's Father is brought to you by the dads at Fathers.com in cooperation with this radio station. We believe every child needs a dad they can count on. And if you visit our Facebook page or our website at Fathers.com, you can learn more about our efforts to create a championship fathering culture. You can also sign up for our email updates. Again, that's Fathers.com or call 800-593-DADS. Thanks for listening, Dad, and keep up the good work.